Hi my friends, and welcome to another Fairy Tale Friday. I'm so excited to be with you guys today. This video is a little bit different. We've got a little bit of a different setup today. This video goes out especially to the Wright family. They requested that we do a makeup video for girls just starting to do their makeup or wanting to play makeup with their moms, maybe for some pictures or a special Princess Day, and then a little bit of a face painting with makeup tutorial as well. This is something that I've never really done with you guys, so I'm excited, but be nice, please. Makeup is a huge hobby of mine. I got my professional certification in 2013 when I was going to princess school. So it's something I've been doing for a long time but haven't shared very often. So I am really excited to play art with you guys. Something I really love about makeup is it's really just painting. If you take a look at my brushes here, they look a lot the same as watercolor brushes or acrylic brushes. They look a lot like art supplies you would have. So that's how I always try to think of it. A few disclaimers before we start. I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup. You don't have to do the whole thing. You can do just a little bit of eyeshadow. You can do color wherever you like it. And that being said, I always say the only rule with makeup, sanitation and safety aside, there is no wrong way to do makeup. As long as you're safe, you're not putting mascara right on your eyeball or eating things that shouldn't be eaten. Makeup is just for fun. It's something that you can put on and wash right back off, and the only real rules are if you can rock it, then do it. You can use whatever bright colors or no colors, whatever it is you want to do that makes you feel amazing. I've known some of my heroes have worn purple hair and looked absolutely amazing because it matched their personality. And I know others that only use soft pinks and really light colors, and they look absolutely amazing too. So whatever you would like to do, please do that. This is just one way to do things. It's a way that I feel like works for me, but take some tips, leave some tips. Either way, do whatever makes you feel like a princess. So what I have already started on my face, what's already on my face, is a face moisturizer. That's a face lotion. It's always really important to have a barrier between your skin and anything you put on it. You don't want the makeup to be able to get deep into your skin or deep into your pores. There's a lot of minerals and different ingredients that really aren't supposed to be in your skin. So that moisturizer gives it a barrier so that it can sit on your skin without going all the way in it. I've also already filled in my eyebrows and put in an eyelid primer. That's just kind of a skin colored cream that makes your eyeshadow stick better. Kind of like a makeup glue. You can do some or none of those things. It all works. Another really important thing with makeup is you need to love the way you look without it. Makeup is great, but if you feel like you can't make a video without it or go out and see your friends without makeup, then you're not quite ready to put makeup on yet. It's meant to bring out what you already have on your face and what you already have inside, not to change anything. So we're not going to do any makeup that's going to change our face at all. Because you're already beautiful, just the way you are. Why change it? So I'm going to start out with my eyes. I like to start with my eyes because I tend to be a little bit heavier handed, and if I make a mess, I like to be able to clean it up with foundation later. It gives me a little bit more freedom to play. And I'm going to be doing some really warm corals and reds today, just because it's one of my favorites. So you can use those colors, you can use different colors. It all works. So there's kind of some parts of your eye that I'm going to be talking about. This right here, where you can kind of see a lip. I've got a really strong brow bone, so it's easier to see. That's your brow bone. Your crease is where your eyelid folds. Mine also is really prominent. I kind of have some deeper set eyes. That's something I've had to learn to love as I've grown into an older princess. So that's your crease, and then your lid is from your crease down. So there's kind of those three parts of your eyelid that I'm going to be talking about. So first, I'm going to use this great big fluffy brush. It doesn't pack on the color really dark, it makes it just kind of light, and we're going to be putting it on our crease. So I'm going to be dragging the brush from the inside of the corner of my eye to the outside, and then I'm going to be turning it up a little bit towards my eyebrow. We do that to make our eyes look happy. Naturally, when we're doing this, we try to make a circle. And so then we start going downwards. And then it makes us look like droopy eyes. My teacher said that it was sad basset hound eyes, like a dog that has the droopy eyes. So I try to always make sure we go to the end and then just flick it up a little bit. I'm going to use this color. It's kind of a medium brown color. Just at the beginning, I don't like to use too dark of colors right at first, once again, just in case I mess up, because I tend to get a little distracted. So we're going to take it right in between, right along there, and then flick it up at the end, just like a windshield wiper. We're using kind of brownish, darker colors to open our eyes up a little bit. If you think of colors like it's used in art, dark colors make things recede or go further away. Light colors make things come forward. So the things we want you to see first, so our favorite features are ones we're going to want to put really light colors on or shiny colors on. And the ones we want to go away or maybe aren't our favorite, we're going to use those darker colors that aren't very shiny. So here I want to kind of make my brow bone go back a little bit so that I can open up my eyes. So that's why we're using the browns. You also should try to stick in the same color family when picking your colors. You don't have to. You can pick contrasting colors. But I like to use all colors that are warm or have reds in them, or all colors that are cool or have blues in them. Today we're doing warm colors. Here we go. So now I'm going to take a slightly smaller fluffy brush. It looks like this. I also really like this one because it has glitter that goes up and down. It's all about having fun. And this is where you want to put your brightest color. So if you wanted a bright electric blue or a bright yellow, I'm going to do kind of this orangey red. It's a rust color. It's one of my favorite colors. It's the color of the brick at Swan Lake inside our castle. And I'm going to go right over where I already went. So it's just making the color a little bit deeper, but that brown's making our color pop. I'm also putting this on a lot darker than I normally would because I'm kind of worried it won't show up on camera for you. So I'm doing it extra dark. Here we go, we've got our red stripes. Now we're going to take this one, it's a little bit more flat on top, so it can pick up bigger color, and this is where you want to put anything shiny, because these colors will help make it pop. I would do, if I was doing cool colors, I would do an electric blue right there, and then do a silver across my lid. But today, because I did reds, I'm going to do a gold. I'm going to put gold right across my lid. And the other one. Remember, they don't have to match exactly. Your eyebrows and your eyelids are sisters, not twins. So it's okay if they're not exact. It's our imperfections that make us prettiest. All right, we're almost done. Now we're just going to take another flat brush, just because I don't have time to clean that one for you right now. And I'm going to take this really light, almost white color, and I'm going to put it just under my eyebrow, just where it bends a little bit. And that just kind of cleans it up, and it helps to kind of put a space in between my eyeshadow and my eyebrow. And that's all I'm going to do for my eyeshadow. That's easy, right? That was 4 steps. That's not bad. So now we're going to do our face. I'm going to do a full foundation face. If you're younger, you really don't have to do this much. You can just do a little bit of concealer here or there, or maybe just a little bit of powder, or even just a little bit of foundation. But I'm going to do all 3 just so that you can see all of the different pieces. So I'm going to use a sponge. I already ran this under cold water so that and then wrung it out. That helps it not absorb all of your foundation. It's not nice when your sponge steals all your stuff, huh? I'm just going to put a little bit on. And I like to dot it. I don't know why. I think it just spreads it out better. Isn't it funny that we have those weird little habits that we're not really sure why we do, but we just do them because. We're gonna put it all over our face. And this is where, if you had any eyeshadow mistakes, this cleans it right up. If you see, I overshot it a little bit on my eyeshadow right there, and it just goes away. I like foundations that aren't too thick because you want to still be able to see your beautiful skin underneath. We don't want to wear a mask. We just want to even out some colors a little bit. There we go. And now it's time for concealer. Concealer is the exact same thing as foundation, it just has more color in it. So it has less of its skincare base and more color added. So we're just gonna put it where we need thicker coverage for things we don't want to show. So for me, that's under my eyes because I wish I slept a lot better. Ask your moms, they'll all say they don't sleep as much as they used to. And I'm gonna put a little bit around my chin because wearing so many masks for COVID has made my chin not very happy. So when we do our eyes, we want to make a long triangle all the way down to our cheekbones. And this is so that if we just put it right under our eye, because this is a light color, remember how we talked about dark colors pulling away and light colors coming towards you? If you just put it right there, it's going to make the bags under your eyes even more prominent. So what we were trying to hide is going to be highlighted. So we're pulling it all the way down so it just looks like part of our cheek. I don't know, Lord Rogers, can we see those or do I have to draw them darker? All right, he says we can see them. And we're gonna put a little bit on our chin. Just a little bit. It's like a concealer beard, like a pirate. Arg! And then we're just gonna dab it out. This is where you really start wanting to wipe it, but then you're just moving it from where you put it. So we just wanna tap it in more than swiping. And this is where we all make really funny faces. There we go, super fast, super easy. He made all the lines go away. Now I'm going to put powder over the top. The powder I like to use doesn't have really any color to it. Its only job is to make sure that all of this doesn't crease or bend. We just want it to stay where we put it. It's kind of putting our foundation and our concealer in timeout. So you want to dab it on just enough till it's not shiny anymore. I like to use a sponge because I think it's easier than using a brush. I'm all about easy and quick. Ideally, if you get just the right amount of powder, then you don't even have to blend it. It's just setting down what you already put there. We're making a foundation sandwich. There we go, there's all of our powder. Now I get asked a lot about contouring. We're just gonna do a little bit of a contour. This is something that you don't really need to do every day. This is something for if you're making a video like this, or if you're going to be taking a lot of pictures, it really helps. And this is especially where we're gonna talk about those light and dark colors. Dark making things recede or go further away, or light colors bringing things forward. So this is going to be our shadow color. It kind of looks exactly like the color of Peter Pan's shadow. To have the right one, you need a bronzer that doesn't have a lot of really warm colors in it. You're looking for a cool toned bronzer that doesn't have any sparkle, because it's just supposed to look like a shadow that naturally fell on your face. One of the easiest ways to see where you should be putting this contour is to shine a light, like a flashlight, really close to your face and shine it down, and anywhere that you would normally see a shadow, other than under your eyes, is where you're going to want to put this. So for me, I especially like to put it right along here under my cheekbones because I want my cheekbones to pop, and I'm going to do this really dark so you can see where I put it. It's going to look really funny. So I'm going to put it under my cheekbones. And I'm going to put some just under my jawline too. I have what I think is kind of a funny shaped jaw. I have a kind of a really hard right angle here. It looks like a corner. And so it tends to not show up very much in pictures because it is so wide and kind of the same size as my neck. So I like to put a little bit just underneath where the shadow would normally go that a camera wouldn't necessarily pick up. And then we're gonna put some right along our forehead because we don't want all of the shadow to be down here and none up here. That's when you start to kind of get that pirate beard look again. So we're gonna put just a little bit around here like a halo. Does that show up, Lord Rogers? Oh, good. So now we're gonna blend it. We're gonna dust all of that off our brush because it still has quite a bit on it. And then we blend. So when we blend things, we use little circles. We don't push too hard because once again, that's pushing stuff into your skin that we don't want in your skin. So we're just gonna use little circles over where we put it until you can't see where it stops and ends anymore. We don't wanna go too big because then we're putting it places we don't want it either. So we're just gonna do little circles right over the edges and where we wanted it to go. Until it's all nice and softened. I pulled my hair back for this and it's all coming out of its ponytail. I must be getting too excited. My hair's too excited to be in this video with you. Little circles all over. Ta-da! Now we get to go for where we want to pull forward and those pieces we really want to stand out. And for that, we're going to use a blush and a highlighter. So for me, I like my cheekbones. I think they show off my smile. I've got some dimples, so I really like the apples of my cheeks to pop. So a brighter blush is always going to be a better idea no matter what your skin tone is. If you go for a really light colored blush, no matter what color your skin is, there's color in your skin. So if you do too light of a color, it's just going to kind of mesh with your skin tone and look muddy. So I always use a brighter blush, but use less of it if I want a lighter look. And for this, we're going to be making a C shape. We want it to come just to about right here to the edge of your smile. Then I'm going to take it up just to the edge of my eyebrow, and it's going to give me a happy smiley look. Because I have such a problem with smiling, right? But like I said, it just highlights our favorite things about us. And those same little circles to make sure it gets blended out. See how it makes a C shape and the difference? This one looks already higher and happier than this side. I didn't quite get enough. All right, and now for our highlighter. Highlighter is just something shimmery. It's not always something you write with. It's usually a light color that's a gold or a silver or something that doesn't have chunky glitter. It just kind of has a shimmer to it. There's kind of two brushes you can use. You can use a big one like this if you want a lot of shine, or you can use a light one like this if you just want a little bit of shine. I just want a little bit. So I'm going to get just a little bit on the tips like that, and then dust it the same place we put our blush, just right across the top. See how it's kind of just a little bit shimmerier? It looks like your personality is shining from the inside out. Ta-da! Now all that's left is our mascara and our lipstick. Mascara, the only thing that's really, really tricky is getting it all the way to the base of your eyelashes and pulling it all the way up. And that just takes practice. I don't have any really good tips for that except make sure you have some makeup remover and a Q-tip with you while you're practicing. Just make sure it gets all the way to the base and pull it right up. This is also where we make really funny faces. There we go. And then for our lips, I have this one. You can use a lip gloss or a lipstick. Today I'm using a lipstick. One of the only really great tricks I can talk today I have for this one is to do an X right on your Cupid's bow, because that'll help you get those points without overdrawing. So just put the tip of the lipstick and then pull down, and you've got a nice little X, and then you can pull it the rest of the way. And there we go, we have a full face, a full princess face. Now it's time for some fun face painting. This is going to be a fun design that we can do for girls, boys, young, old. This one is inspired by Rothbart and the Forbidden Arts. Every time he uses his Forbidden Arts, it kind of looks like this reddish, goldish lightning that does all of his magic. Even though it's not always nice magic, it does look really pretty when he uses it. So we're going to use these really bright colors, and we're going to do them around our eyes in a fun, dark Forbidden Arts lightning face paint. So I'm going to use 3 colors here. I'm going to use yellow, orange, and red. And we're always, when you face paint, start with your lightest color, because if you try to put light over dark colors, it's gonna get muddy, and it's not gonna show up. So we're gonna start with our yellow and a flat brush. And we're gonna put the yellow right around the outsides where we want our lightning to go. So I want mine to kind of look like a superhero mask coming out from my eyes. We're gonna say that dark arts are coming out of my eyes. So we're going to put it right around the edges. This is a really fun, easy thing you can do at home to maybe celebrate Valentine's Day. I would love to see all of your fun Valentine's face painting. It can be the Forbidden Arts, it can be hearts. I would love to see all of it. Oh, there goes my hair getting in the way again. I do love my hair, but it's good at getting in the way sometimes. There we go. We've got yellow. And next is orange. And we're just going to put the orange just a little bit over the yellow and then down a bit further. That's going to help it blend so it looks less like stripes and more like dark arts lightning. When you're doing fun face painting like this, you can never go too bright or too fun. Just get all the colors on there. This would be really fun to do with purples and greens too. And same thing, you don't have to put this over makeup you already have, but if you're putting it even on someone little, make sure you have some kind of lotion or a face moisturizer on first, because we just want a barrier between that color and the skin. We just don't want anything on our skin that shouldn't be there. Ta-da! Now it's time for the red. And same thing, we're just gonna overlap the orange just a little bit. Ooh, Daisy likes it already. I think she's cheering for it. Can you hear her cheering in the background? This would be really fun for kids to do on each other too. To practice on each other. Daisy thinks that's a good idea too. I always make funny faces when I'm doing things under my eyes. I think it's because I'm worried about moving. and making a mess. There we go. Now all we need is our lightning bolts. So for our lightning bolts, I'm going to use this little angled brush because it draws kind of like a pencil. When I paint on canvases, I like to use this brush too. And I'm going to use this liquid lipstick, but really it can go anywhere. It's just a metallic gold. Anytime that you want something to really show up like this lightning bolt, the word you're going to be looking for on the label is metallic, or especially the word foiled. Foiled is going to look really bright and really smooth, kind of like a tinfoil look. But this is going to look kind of like a gold tinfoil. So we're going to make sure we really coat that brush, both sides, and then we're going to put it down and we're going to kind of drag it to make a squiggly line just like the Dark Arts lightning bolts. And we're going to put those all the way around our eyes. It's fun already, right? They kind of branch out like tree branches, lightning bolts. Let's put some down below. What do you think? Do you think Rothbart would be proud? I'm not sure I want Rothbart proud, but I do want to do his forbidden arts justice. Some on this side. And we can go outside where the color is. The color is just to really help set this off and make it look like it's glowing. And there we go. There's our Dark Arts face painting. Thank you again to the Wright family for suggesting this video. If there's something you would like to see, you can message and request a video too. I would love to see it and try to put it together for a Fairy Tale Friday in the future. Thank you so much for spending this Friday with me. I hope you have a magical and swanderful week. Goodbye. Mwah. I love you all.